Have fun.
Howdy, y'all.
Oh, you bitch. He fucking started it and then just left.
Welcome back to Lorecast Eternals, y'all. My name's Phil.
My name's Jacob.
And Mitchell decided to run away like a coward.
Yep.
So we're just going to go ahead and start without him.
Why are you running? Come back.
Nice. Thank you for the book.
There we go.
All right, cool. So this is actually going to be an OG episode, so we're going to do a little rambling man beforehand, and then we're going to go ahead and get on into this.
Yeah, I don't think our rambling is going to be that much long.
We don't have quite enough for a pre-ramble, so you get a little taste of the OG.
Yep, so first things first, housekeeping. We are considering making some changes to the Patreon. Nothing too extraneous.
So, yes.
Nothing big.
Nothing too crazy.
Nothing too big,
But
but,
will...
it's also part of our effort to kind of,
New year, new us.
New year, new us. Hell yeah.
But
trying to be more active in the community once again.
And a part of being active is being realistic with what we can or can't do. So we're going to be going through the Patreon again to make sure we can offer things that we can actually do. Mm-hmm. You know, so we can't be lazy pieces of shit and forget we're supposed to do it.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look and reevaluate that, and
change some things.
We'll let you know what changes.
We're all very lazy. We're gonna be a lot more real with ourselves this go around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we will keep all of y'all appraised as to what those changes will be, but just know for now we are contemplating making some changes, so we wanted to make y'all aware of that. Any other housekeeping things? To the generous donor that we mentioned last episode, we have spent your funds, and you will be receiving DMs about it to share in our enjoyment.
Yes.
We did as instructed and had a great time doing it.
Exactly. And that's all anybody else is getting. So, moving on, let's get on to the rambling part.
Y'all need to stop shaking this table, my God.
Bro, I'm so excited. It's great. Yeah. We're back. New year, new us.
It's the ADHD. I stopped microdosing meth about it, so now I'm kind of, feeling full.
Bro, I haven't microdosed on my medically prescribed meth since I was in middle school or high school, and dude, the ADHD is strong with me today.
Fucking wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, rambling episode. Oh, so as we were getting set up today, we use a little program called Reaper for our recording.
Oh God.
And we've been using...
We're going into this. No.
Yes, we are, because it was funny as shit.
My legal reasons, no.
So we've been using a demo version of it, and we've been using it for a little while now.
Our intent is to
a little while.
And it was funny as hell, because we got a notification when we opened up Reaper, and it was like, bro.
We got called
we know how long you've been using this for free. Our shit is not that expensive, my guy. Just fucking pay for it. We offer discounts for small businesses. We all looked at that, laughed our asses off, looked at how much a Reaper thing costs, and was like, yeah, this is why we have the Patreon. So we're going to go ahead and start paying for that now. But we had all just forgotten that we were using the demo.
To be perfectly fair, they were like, listen, we're not going to shut your shit down or anything, but
bro,
really? And it's like, oh man, are we getting poor shamed by a fucking computer program?
Dude, the sass, the absolute sass.
That's perfectly well worded as well.
It really was, because it was one of those things where you look at it.
Dad shaming
it was so great.
It was one of those things where you're laughing your ass off, but at the same time you're like, oh yeah, no, we should probably.
And just to be perfectly clear, no hate towards Reaper. That was fucking hilarious. And to be fair, they're right. Their shit's pretty for what they offer. It's moderately priced, nothing crazy.
Yeah, and it's
they weren't even gonna shut the free shit down. They were just saying hey, bro, and it's you know what?
That's fair.
And it was funny as fuck. So shout out to Reaper. That was funny as shit. No shame, no hate at all.
Yeah.
Stop shaking the table.
Stop being mean to me, Mitchell.
All right. So other than that, we've spent the last 30 minutes sharing absolutely heinous memes with each other, which were funny.
Probably do the thing we came together to do, which is the podcast.
Yeah, we sat around the table sharing memes for a good 20, 30 minutes. We were all sitting here with our mics in our faces oh wait, we're here to do something.
Here for a thing, right?
I was making pizza rolls, so once those pizza rolls are cooled down, we're gonna take a beautiful break.
Yes, delicious.
So maybe let's try to get this ramble up to maybe 10 minutes. Maybe?
So we can take a break.
Yeah.
See, now that I've been given a timetable of which to perform, I am completely and totally inadequate, and I am going to say nothing for the next 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Fuck you both.
Alex, I'll take what the hell am I supposed to do for 500?
God, it's way more difficult when we're trying to force it.
I
know.
know.
Sucks. Well, Circe learned a lot, and we learned about a new distilled liquor today.
Oh yeah,
Armagnac.
Armagnac.
yeah, Armagnac, which is similar to cognac, but it's made in a different region in France, and it's actually older.
It's made in Armagnac.
Yeah, as opposed to cognac.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh my god, we like absolutely lucked out, and we found a 30-year-old bottle that was listed as a 25-year-old bottle that was being sold for dirt cheap, and we were like, oh yeah, that's coming home with us, because we here at Lorecast Eternals
Are indeed alcoholics.
yeah.
Okay, maybe Circe is not. It's me and you.
Yeah,
then.
Jacob doesn't have the issue. You and I, we've had some dark times.
Listen, y'all drink, I smoke. That's kind of how it goes.
Exactly.
But it was, I will say, as someone who doesn't drink a lot, it was pretty fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a liquor that's been so good.
Oh, it was amazing.
Like it
was
exceeded
so
my
smooth.
it exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
delicious.
And to be fair, we 100% rolled the dice, because whenever we bought it, it was like, yeah, like with how this was released, like all of this started getting bottled in 2020. So it could have been bottled 5 years ago. It could have been bottled
Yesterday.
Yesterday. It could have been bottled a month ago. So if you get lucky, you'll get something that was bottled in 2024 or 2025, and it'll be a 29-year-old or a 30-year-old bottle. Or you'll get, quote unquote unlucky, it'll be a 25-year-old bottle. Oh no.
Yeah.
And,
So then-
we rolled them dice.
So we brought it home and we opened up because it was in a nice box. We opened up the box, pulled the bottle out, looked on the back, and it was like bottled in October of 25. And we were like, oh hell yes.
Hell yeah.
I think we probably upset the guy that worked at Total Wine.
Oh yeah, no, because he
Taking
was
it.
like, that is literally
Arms off
the.
the table. Stop
I'm
shaking
not
the table.
This guy was like, oh yeah, I didn't even realize we had this in stock, and it's been here for only 2 days. We were like, yeah, no, today's the day. It's going
coming
home.
home with
That's
us.
coming with us.
Oh yeah, and it was good. It was pretty fucking good. I will give them that. Like I said, like they said, I'm not a huge drinker, but like, shit was hot. It also spawned like a 45-minute conversation over the production of a liquor, which is very interesting,
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
very informative.
Past that,
We're about 7 minutes. I'm going to pause it. We're going to gorge our faces out on pizza rolls.
no. See, what you do is you just bring the plate in while
No.
Jacob and I talk, and then like we just sit here and nom on pizza rolls throughout the episode, and people get to
know-
hear the lovely sound of us eating.
You know how many complaints we got about that one? that the snack
The
episode.
mastication.
Just it's like, yes, I'm
Well,
trying this weird Lay's
That was the Kit Kat one, right? When we
Yeah.
had all the snacks. Oh,
and all the
God.
Lay's potato chips from
Yeah,
Japan.
that wasn't great.
No.
yeah,
wasn't
people were not
great.
happy with that one, so we will spare you.
Yeah, that was bad.
But anyway, so yeah, we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break, go shove some pizza rolls in our faces, and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
But, okay, we're back. Hi.
Welcome back.
We totally demolished what seemed to be maybe 95 pizza rolls.
God, was it really?
I don't want to talk about it.
Jesus.
That was a lot.
I don't want to talk about
Y'all
it.
two were animals. All right. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I know. I can't say
I'm gonna
anything.
let that one slide, motherfucker.
Mitchell, I'm not looking at you, but I can see you mad dogging me out of the corner of my eye, and I'm going to need you to
Good.
stop. You're going to trigger my fight or flight reflex, and I am a flightless bird. Specifically an ostrich, and I'm about to kick the shit out of you.
Oh fuck. All right.
Okay,
so actual episode time. Jesus.
Wow, man, we really did manage to cut down on that rambling man part.
So if you
So
remember,
no doubt we'll have a 30-minute ramble in the middle here.
oh assuredly. So if you remember from last episode, we did the Oxy side of the Dawnbringer Crusade from
Book two.
book 2,
Which is Reign of the Brute.
Reign of the Brute.
Now we're doing part 2, which is the Garen side of Reign of the Brute.
Yeah. Which
which is-
I'm trying to decide which one was worse. Not like poorly written, but like which one was shittier to go through.
You're on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Garen.
Dude,
I
'cause, like,
think I'd
both-
rather chance spontaneously catching on fire than sitting there being drowned by the Duel of Rains.
I
No, no,
think
no, no,
I'd
no.
rather.
Guys, it's really simple. One place has mosquitoes, the other doesn't. Enough said.
Yeah, that's true.
Even deeper, one side has Nurgle, one side doesn't.
Okay, so some
If
of them
I'm gonna
are
die, I'd rather die quickly.
Yeah.
No, what's the line from Princess Bride? Rats of...
Rodents of unusual size, those
Yeah.
don't exist.
So, like, okay, cool. So some of them are mosquitoes, and some of them are mosquitoes of an unusual size. Point is, they're still mosquitoes, and I'd rather not.
So I'll kick this off, if y'all don't mind.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Alrighty. So if y'all
may have burped into this mic, and I'm sorry for everybody who listened to that.
You absolute animal.
It was a special thing from
Speaking
us to
of
you.
Nurgle, we're getting in character for this episode.
So if y'all remember about the Akshi side of the Crusade, their whole thing was like, we're going, we have formations, we have the big ass fucking towers, I forget their name.
Oh yeah, all I can think of is the elephant towers from or Elephantine or whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
no, it's those big ass steam towers that have a bunch of people with guns on them. We have
anyway.
we have lots of cannons.
Mobile fortresses.
Yeah, we have lots of cannons. So they were definitely trying to take advantage of the fact that Akshi is, you know, basically a giant flat desert with infinite lines of sight by having lots of guns and artillery.
Inside?
And then we get to the gear. And then we get to the gear inside, and it was a little different.
Would you like forest, swampy forest, dense forest,
and rainforest?
Rainforest.
Most
How did I
importantly.
forget about the most important part of the forest? What other kind of forest are there, Mitchell? I feel like you and I should know this, considering what we used to do for the county.
Indigenous? No.
Well, we're not forestry services, so moving on.
Would like a temperate forest count? Because that's like is that different?
So we're not forestry services, so moving on.
But yeah, so basically, in Giran, I think the continent is called Viridia. They have a lot of forest and rainforest and, you know, dense thicket and yada yada yada. Obviously, that's not gonna be good for like cannons and stuff. Obviously, like you're still gonna bring some just in case, but you're not gonna have line of sight.
Yeah, these long sight lines that were available to the Akshi half of the Crusade is.
And also
not
trying
gonna
to
do it.
drag artillery through that thicket is miserable.
Deciduous was I was trying to say.
Deciduous.
There we
Yes,
go.
and,
Gotcha.
then
Don't
there's
ask me what that means.
Coniferous as well.
There we
Yes, coniferous.
Yes.
Remember when I was a kid, I thought it was carnivorous, and there was about a 6-month period I was terrified of trees.
go. Thankfully, the only plants that eat animals on this planet are small enough that you can keep them as house pets.
Yeah, right. So, you know, if you can't use your big cannons, or you just can't use them well, and you can't bring your towers and whatnot, all you can bring is a little bit of cannons, maybe some steam tanks, because, like, you know, that kind of works. How do you deal with trying to have a Dawnbringer Crusade where you're going to go from point A to point B and make a big-ass city and not get murked along the way?
That was probably way too loud. You bring Stormcast Eternals.
Send dudes. You mean nudes? No, I'm in a fight and I need more men. They elected the path of dudes, and they just had a lot of men, a lot of soldiers, to bring with them.
To reference the book, their entire thought process for this was, hey, we're in Garan, where there's life magic everywhere. So what does that mean? We fuck like rabbits. So if we lose 30,000 dudes, it's not a big deal. Give it 6 months, we'll have them back.
Yeah,
Well, I was wrong. I'm still technically right because we haven't covered the Stormcast break.
but yeah, no, they state
Yes,
in the
they
book,
also had Stormcast with them, which does become a big deal.
they state in the book that, like, yeah, the population of Hammerhall Giran increases rapidly. I'll say increases rapidly.
You ever watched the first Zootopia movie, and they're like Rabbitville, and it's just the population sign keeps on
Dude,
changing?
I remember we went to go see that when we were drunk, and I laughed my ass off in
that one
theaters.
specific joke.
No, that was pretty funny. No, I'm a kid buck. That was pretty funny.
When Judy Hopps follows up, the fact that I can remember this from like years ago when I was so drunk is amazing. But and then when Judy Hopps is all like, "Oh yeah, but we're really good at multiplying," I started laughing my ass off again, and like the kid, like the 8-year-old kid sitting right in front of me, are turning around and looking at me like, "What the hell is
wrong
he
with this guy?"
And like the mother is standing there like side-eyeing me, like, "I get why you're laughing, but could you not?"
It's such
I
a
was-
good joke.
I
As
was
someone
so
who saw it
wasted.
when the first time I saw it, I wasn't drunk. Is pretty funny. Like
Yeah,
it's a good solid joke.
I
I'll give
was,
him
dude, I was fucking wasted.
that.
Because I think that was the same night we went over to Ethan's and got absolutely plastered.
I thought we watched.
Fucking told y'all we'd have the rambling in the middle of the
I
episode.
thought we watched that in Bastrop.
No, that was in Brian.
Only time I remember absolutely getting
Okay, well,
hammered while watching a movie was Jurassic
no.
World.
Oh my god, I was there for that one. Was that before or after the Speakeasy?
No, you were not there for that one. This is when
The third Jurassic World movie?
No, this is the second one.
I was there for the third one.
You weren't there for my the time when the Ethan gave me a half a bottle of Jim Beam. I yelled, "I'm Catholic." Begone thought, "I'm Catholic." And then my brother picked me up to take me to a movie theater, and I spent $7 to drink water. And I puked twice.
The one that I remember, I think after we were hanging out in Bryan, and we went to that mead place, and then we went to eat, and then we went to a speakeasy, and then we went to go see Jurassic World 3. It was at the one little theater. We went upstairs and sat in the balcony.
At the Palace, yes.
Yeah.
Man, I must have been really wasted that night. 'Cause
Yes.
I don't remember that.
Yes.
I remember
Yes.
that. I now remember that, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because I went and asked the bartender for a whiskey sour, and the dude was like, bro, we don't have eggs down here. And I was like, shit. Which was really funny to me because we were in the basement of a hotel. But anyway, moving on.
Anywho, we digress. Dudes. That was the answer to their problem. Send dudes.
Lots
And
of
also the commander who was running the Giron side of this Dawnbringer Crusade, unlike her Akshi counterpart, I believe her name was
You know what? I have the book right here. Let me look it up.
Thorian?
Thorian. Her last name was Thorian.
Marshall Isla Thorian. That first name threw me for a loop because it's ILSCI, and I was like,
I
what?
figured out how the first name was. Iskala. Yeah, Iskala.
My brother in Christ. There is a C and then an I. Isla.
It's C-I.
SCI.
Again, this is Game Workshop.
I guess Isla would also work, yeah. Isla.
You know what? You're right. This is Games Workshop that doesn't even know how to pronounce their own words. So yeah, no, we're gonna go with Isla.
Fuck it. It's a name. Her last name's Thorian. That's what matters.
Exactly.
Isla or Iskala, one of the two. I fucking hate you sometimes, Mitchell.
I got absolutely livid in Las Vegas when I heard that.
Oh, yeah.
Arbides.
We were all. No, you weren't there when we first heard
Yeah,
it.
because the jet lag hit me hard. Now I was like,
you were
nah,
asleep.
bro, I'm tapping.
Me and Mitchell are sitting there just like, gonna burn this motherfucker
Then we asked
to the
them.
ground.
Then we asked them a flat Earth question about a Sigmar.
Oh
Yeah.
I'm so pissed I missed that one. Though.
Is fucking that one was wild.
Yeah, because we straight up asked the guys if the realms were flat Earths, and they like kind of just dodged the question. We were like,
it's a legitimate
"Excuse
question.
you."
Why are you hiding, you cowards?
Yeah, we were
I
like,
rem-
excuse you.
I remember. I think the question I asked was like, hey, like, so like, what's? I asked some kind of question related to the Primarchs.
Oh, you asked if Johnson was coming back.
Yeah, we're like, yeah, Charlie, like, do you, in your opinion, do you think Johnson will be next? They're like, well, like, the Primarchs aren't really coming back. That's all, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, fucking Johnson came back in the beginning of 10th, and I was like, motherfuckers.
Yeah, and it was like 3 months later. We were like, you bitches.
You bitches.
Hey guys,
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
The rambling.
this is an Age of Sigmar podcast.
I fucking know.
Hey, at least we were remotely on topic because we were talking about LVO, which is also an Age of Sigmar event. But anyway, moving on.
Anywho, moving on. So, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Okay, no, yes. The Commander Thorian, unlike her Akshi counterpart, had a bit more measured approach to the Crusade. Whereas, if I remember correctly, the commander on Akshi was a little more, fire and flame, run him down, shoot him, fuck him up, kind of a little more zealous, more aggressive. Thorian was very much like, we shall have a plan, we shall be structured, and we shall not be stupid.
Yeah.
Wasn't her plan just to get the Fort Gardas as fast as possible?
She was trying to get the Fort Guards, but she was very much like, I have a council of scouts that have been in this forest for their entire lives. I have a bunch of life mage with me, and like we're trying to make this as painless as possible. We're gonna go slow and steady. We're gonna have plans upon plans if something goes wrong, and we're gonna do this right. We're not going to be, super hot-headed. We're not gonna, act without thinking. She took a much more measured approach.
Yep.
And that was how they began the
Gironite
Crusade.
God, none of us can speak English today.
I know. I was also burping, and I was trying to do it in the
It's
mic
the
like some
French
people.
and that alcohol that's really trying to come out.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was how the Gironite Crusade began. Pretty well thought out. Lots of dudes, less artillery, less war machines, more manpower.
Exactly.
That was the approach that they
So,
took.
and just to be clear, they did still bring cannons, steam
just
tanks.
fewer. No, I think they brought more than one. But yeah, they brought artillery and war machine just a lot less because if they brought a
Relative
fuckload-
to their size.
yeah, trying to get through all that thicket would have been miserable.
Yeah. And so they mostly relied upon manpower for this.
So, their first big fight.
Actually, even before then, let's talk about the Duel of Reigns.
Oh yeah, because that was what happened before they
Yeah.
got okay. Yeah.
So basically they start moving through swamps and things like that, and they're like, "Wow, this sucks." And then the Duel of Rains happens, and they're like, "Wow, this really sucks."
If you remember in book 1, Duel of Rains is when Alariel and Nurgle are constantly just throwing rains at each other, going like, Alariel's like, I'm going to heal everything, and Nurgle's like, I'm going to infect everything.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
think we have
constant
an
back and forth.
I think we have an episode that covers this.
no, we do because
Yeah.
I think not Rod, and maybe it is Rodigus, the Rainmaker. He's part of that as well, I think.
Yeah.
But basically, Alariel's like the cleansing waters of heaven, and Nurgle's like hepatitis B. And like
Yeah.
that's basically what it is.
and A and C.
Is it specifically going to be Nurgle, or is it Rodigus Rainmaker? And
I mean, the point is it's the powers of Nurgle.
it's the powers of Nurgle.
It's the
we're
powers
just,
of
we're
Nurgle.
just going to go with that.
Yeah, we have it in a previous episode. I forget if it's like Rodigus specifically, or if it's like Rodigus is helping, but it's also
I think
a Nurgle
I think
thing.
he is the primary driver behind the ritual, but again, that's kind of
But
besides
yeah, the whole point is that the Duel of Rains is basically Alariel trying to wash away her corruption with magical, sparkly, delicious, tasty rain, and Nurgle's like, what if I just shat on all of you constantly?
Yeah.
And that's what he did.
Yeah. Now,
So
in an overarching mindset, the Duel of Rains it's not necessarily a huge deal because it's like, okay, there's rain constantly, yada, yada, yada. In this book, they clarify it's basically like standing in the middle of 2 Category 5 hurricanes at the same time. And so they talk about how getting hit just by the rain is like getting hit by hail.
yeah, they say point blank, if you're unarmored, you bruise just from the rain.
Yep. And then on top of that, this is still Giron, so they're having to deal with, flies, mosquitoes, leeches, like all kinds of heinous
All the super
insects.
happy fun time.
Even though I never deal with mosquitoes when it's raining, their mosquitoes are going to be out when it's raining.
Their
yeah.
mosquitoes aren't scared of much. That's what I'll say. Their mosquitoes ain't scared of much.
Not to mention they're probably infused with the powers of Nurgle. But anyway, moving on.
Anywho.
So yeah, so they're marching and slogging through this, and they're having to basically dig their artillery out every 5 feet from the mud and things like that. It's not going well. And then in the middle of this, they're like, "Hey guys, what's that moving through the rain and fog?" And they're like, that would be demons of Nurgle."
I'm sorry, Philip, can I get rot flies for 500? I killed him. Great.
Sorry, I'm recovering from allergies. So if you hear me coughing in the background, I promise you I'm not dying.
This took place in the Mosshorn Fens, the place that sounds like a resort.
So
me and Mitchell had a thing for this. So yes, where they get attacked by demons is in the, what was it again, Mitchell?
Mosshorn Fens.
The Mosshorn Fens. And the Mosshorn Fens, that name sounds pretty nice. And me personally, if I'm walking into an area that's infested with Nurgle, I would prefer if the name reflected the occupants. So, as I told Mitchell, if I was walking into Grundlestank Taint Fuck, I would know that there's probably Nurglings there, because, that name's kind of telling. But no, they walk into the Mosshorn Fens, and, unfortunately, it is not near as nice as it sounds.
Yeah. So they're ambushed by this group of Nurgle demons. They've got plague bearers, they've got rot flies, they've got everything. And to top it off, there's a great unclean one. And they're like, oh, this is not good, because they got ambushed at point blank range. They start unloading with their artillery into the great unclean one, and he's like, ha ha ha, that's cute. I'm gonna keep squishing you now by rolling over you with all my
Blubber.
I
Exactly.
think blubber was mentioned at some point in time.
Yeah, that's basically a quote from the book. Anyway, this is where it becomes very important that a contingent of Stormcast Eternals, specifically the Redeemed, were also traveling with this group.
The bestest of boys.
Mitchell, can you give us a recap on what the Redeemed are, in case any of our listeners have forgotten?
They are worshippers or maybe demons of Nurgle, but definitely worshippers of Nurgle. What did I say there? Nurgle.
I think you said like Neagle.
Nurgle, and I was like,
Eagle!
Form
what?
of eagle. Anyway.
Got hit by Galmaraz, like truly smoked.
What is the hazing process to join the Redeemed? Getting fucked by the hammer.
Yep.
Just straight bong in domine patres.
So you take then their purified soul.
Feel the presence of the Lord. Taco Bell dong.
Dong. Anyway,
Oh, God.
so in order to become a Redeemed, first you have to be a worshiper of chaos, and not like
Purified.
just some little no, like Demon Prince level.
You have to be a
worshiper.
champion at least.
Yeah.
'Cause I think the first one, whose name is now Tornus, who was like Torgal or something like that, he was a very powerful champion.
Yep.
I think I kept fucking that up. I kept thinking he was a Demon Prince. He was actually just a very powerful champion.
Yeah, but if you're smote by Galmaraz itself, it cleanses your soul of all of that taint and then immediately reforges you as a Stormcast Eternal.
And what I find to be fucking hilarious is I thought the Redeemed were like a Hallowed Knights thing only. No, the Hallowed Knights have a lot of Redeemed, more than other, Storm hosts. But all Storm hosts have Redeemed.
Yep.
Which means that the Celestant Prime is in the corner just shaking with, like, every time he comes back, just like Doom music. Just Doom music go past. What the fuck was that? Doom music goes past. What the fuck was that? It just Celestant Prime going back and forth, murdering everyone. Just making more Redeemed. It's like the fucking, what's the meme? The Space Marine from the Boomer Shooter. Fuck, it came out recently.
Bolt Gun.
Yeah, it's like the Space Marine Bolt Gun, like in the corner shaking with rage. And just the Celestant Prime with the hammer, like, I'll fucking do it again.
But yeah, so at this
That was
point,
funny as shit for me.
and one thing to make clear is that while Tornus was there and he was leading this entourage, it's actually not just made up of Hallowed Knights redeemed. It is redeemed from other Storm hosts as well. It doesn't mention which ones, but it does say that it's more than just Hallowed Knights.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I thought it was just the Hollow Knights.
From what I read, it made it sound like it was more than one.
Well, point being, there was definitely a support group for
Oh,
getting
yeah, here we
fucked
go.
by the hammer there.
Night Venator, Tornus of the Hallowed Knights, these unusual Stormcast Eternals, most of them hailing from the Hallowed Knights.
Okay. Yes, the redeemed, most hailing from the Hallowed Knights. Well, they kind of...
Yeah, so mostly
so
Hallowed Knights, but there were a few other mixed in.
Because everybody in this, all Stormcast in this particular crusade are redeemed.
Yep, it's just not one particular Storm host.
Yeah.
It's multiple. But anyway, moving on.
I thought y'all were about to get into a fight over, like, the grammar of it. I'm like, guys, remember, it's British.
Yep.
We here at Lorecast Eternals like to poke fun at the British a little bit.
So, yeah,
Please
Stormcast...
don't, please don't cease and desist us.
Yeah. The
so,
person
yeah.
who won our first contest was British.
Yes. Oh, yeah, they were.
Oh, yeah.
That's a throwback. God.
Anyway.
we should do one of those. It's been a while.
Yeah, we should see how he's doing.
Well, we also have, like, the monthly... We don't pay attention to our Discord. We need to get better about that.
We suck.
Although, we can do the contest. Me realizing there's quarterly contests in the fucking Discord
I think
constantly.
this is the part where we shout out our mods. Thank you, mods, for...
Ha! We suck.
Anyway, moving on.
Let's not think about that anymore.
New year, new us.
Yay!
That's the theme here at Lorecast Eternals this year.
Just let the rains wash away our sins. Anywho.
2025 was a washboard. We were
So-
wrong across it.
So going back to this ambush, though, so at this point, this is when Tornus and the Redeemed step in, and they take one look at that Great Unclean One, and they're like, oh no, that will not stand. And
Have
Tornus
you-
comes screeching down out of the skies and murders that guy.
Oh, I thought we went to a game of cat and mouse.
No,
What?
I think Tornus just kind of fucked his face a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah, no, he
I'm
just
thinking
kinda...
of something else then.
No, that's the orcs.
Oh,
That happens next.
Okay, yes,
yeah, that's
yes.
the orc. Here, you can take those. Yeah, because that was pretty fun.
Foot.
Dude, I'm my leg keeps cramping. I'm sorry.
Are you
Okay.
taking my man?
On that note, I will be leaving for the evening.
Peace. They
I gotta get readjusted real quick.
they take out the Great Unclean One, and that more or less kind of routes the ambush. Like, it was getting pretty dicey there for a second, but with their leader gone, all the other demons and chaos forces run away.
Yes. Well, also, I think it's important to note that a lot of the people in this particular part started to go insane because they were, in fact, fighting demons. And
Yeah, mortals don't fare well when they have to be face to face with eldritch monstrosities beyond human comprehension, i.e., greater demons.
yep.
Yeah, and that is one thing that is shared between both 40K and Age of Sigmar. A unshielded mortal, unshielded by faith, that is, who witnesses a greater demon, they have a tendency to just kind of go insane.
Here's a quick little mind teaser for you. What do you think would send you straight on a Grippy Socks adventure? A Great Unclean One or a Great Clean One?
Great clean one.
Great clean one.
Great clean one.
Great clean one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that because like it's like the uncanny valley reaction, right?
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, whenever I saw that model that was posted on Reddit of the Great Clean one, it gave me whiplash.
I'm gonna refer back to the you're
I-
in my fight or flight reflex
find
I'm a flightless bird.
Yeah.
I actually found it more disgusting.
I know.
It's-
I mean, like the artmanship was there. Like whoever did it did a good job.
Oh, yeah, it looked great.
But also, like, fucking die.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to need you to never go on the internet again.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, baby girl.
Oh, hey, it's a Lada.
That baby girl.
Baldur is still hiding from us.
Acquire the cat. Oh, look at the baby.
It's difficult because you're half on carpet.
Dude, her
Mitchell.
talking back to you is fucking hilarious. Do you remember when you were first starting the stream and she was meowing? I was like meowing back to her. She kept answering me.
Yeah.
I love that. It's the cutest shit.
Don't need me.
She's like, can they hear the slaps? Mitchell's currently abusing his cat.
She loves it.
She's into it, dog. She loves it. Dude, Smokey does it too now. I give like Smokey almost prefers slaps over pets. I start like just patting on like right on his lower back, and he's like all into it. Oh, you're a pretty girl.
Maybe our cats need to go to the chiropractor.
Maybe.
I would stretch Smokey if he lets me, but he doesn't like being held. Loki likes getting stretched.
Oh, yeah,
though.
he loves
Loki's
that.
all about that shit.
Well, Loki's also 13-year-old. I'm not surprised he likes being
Yeah,
stretched.
his joints need a little help decompressing.
Perfect. We shared that one brain cell for a
It
moment
linked
there.
perfectly.
All right, cool. Back on topic. Now that we've played with the cat.
All right, so the next one, shit, what was Mitchell? Oh, the orcs. Yeah, after they get out of the fens.
Hang on,
Yep.
hang on.
One of the rare times we have the source material with us.
I know, right? Okay, yes. Next up is the Hogs of War.
Hog Rider! Every time I read it, it was just going off the back of my head. I couldn't stop.
Bro, stop.
Oh, God.
Okay, cool. So they keep moving on. They managed to get out of the reins.
Duel of Reigns.
God, I could not think of the word duel to save my life there. Okay, so they managed to leave the Duel of Reigns, and they enter into another biome. I forget what it's called.
It was open. It was
Mosshorn Fens.
No, that was where the fight was. They get
the
out-
Grimbark. Because
No, they weren't there yet either. They got they got out of the Mosshorn Fens, and they were in a rather open area, and it was very
The
covered in
Dew
fog.
March.
Yeah, the Dew March. It was very thick fog cover, but there weren't any trees. It was all pretty open. There was just fog there.
But this fog is so thick, like you're basically swimming.
Yeah, and of course you're like, okay, we're out of the trees. The trees are bad. There was Nurgle. We're nice. It's open now. There's some fog, but it's cool. Nothing bad's gonna happen now, right?
And then none of their scouts return. And
Right.
they're like, hang on, where are our scouts at? At which point they start hearing trundling through the forest, and they're like, oh, that's not good.
Did you use the word trundle?
Yes. Don't give me that look. Yes, I know the English language.
My God.
This is where somebody comes out and comments on the thing and says that I use the word trundle.
Yeah, like I've heard
inaccurately.
trundle before, but I think that's the wrong way to use that word.
Yeah, I thought it like kind of meant to roll in a sense.
Okay, y'all do the episode. I'm gonna Google trundle real quick.
I think Mitchell's already beating you to it.
Okay, my
We
bad.
we always used to use it to describe how my dachshund used to move whenever
He trundled.
Yeah.
Or trundles. Trundle.
and scamper.
Scamper. That's good. That one makes sense. Dogs and cats and shit can scamper. I've just never heard trundle.
What is Google telling us?
An act of moving slowly or heavily.
Oh my God, trundle.
Slowly or heavily? Yeah. Okay, so they weren't moving
Okay.
slowly, but they were moving heavily.
Okay, so slowly and heavily, or slowly or heavily,
Or
then I guess technically they were vigorously trundling.
I'll take that.
Vigorously
Or noisily, or often on wheels, like a cart.
They
or
were
a-
vigorously trundling, definitely.
Hey!
Yeah.
My high school English teachers would be proud.
I don't know. Saying vigorously trundling makes me feel wrong.
That
That sounds naughty.
I'm not gonna speak for like 5 minutes. I need a reset. I'm just gonna
cool.
let them take
So
this one.
at this point, this is when we get to the orcs. So what they're hearing out in the forest is a war band of orcs moving through the forest looking to murder things, as orcs do. At which point the orcs find them, and it does not go well. Mitchell, would you like to take over at this point? You haven't done much speaking yet. And you actually wrote notes.
I really don't do much speaking in these in general, but I have a quote.
Yeah, you lazy bitch.
Oh, also, my throat's starting to hurt. So
I'm not a personality here. Y'all two are.
I think you're the favored one of the three, homie.
Yeah, I was about to say.
It's very much like Lorehammer. The person who speaks the least is actually the favored.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty fucking accurate.
Yeah.
So our friends over at Lorehammer, please don't hate us.
Let's see. The quote is, I saw a comrade squashed like overripe fruit and assume position.
Phrasing.
Phrasing.
I still can't get British Fury out of my head. Fuck you, Mitchell.
So yeah, so
That one will come up later.
So
Really, what happened is that they kind of just got absolutely...
So basically the orcs come out of the fog.
They got trundled.
So the orcs come out of the fog, and yes, more water, please. Thank you, Jacob. So the orcs come out of the forest, and the orcs are like, oh, look, fresh meat.
I'm good.
And they start charging straight at the human lines. The humans are like, oh, crap, this is not good. We're in a marching formation, not a fighting formation, and that's heavy cavalry, and we did not bring enough artillery.
What I actually really liked about the wording of this is that they went into defensive box formations, and that is actually the best way to defend against cavalry charges.
Yeah, so like, from a military perspective, what they did was absolutely correct. The issue is that these aren't heavy cavalry. These are massive warhogs armored in slab steel. These things are effectively Abrams tanks.
Again, I would like to repeat my quote. I saw comrades squashed like an overripe fruit.
Yep.
That kind of like brings into a perspective of how big you're fighting somebody. Like, I think the hog itself would be the height of this room, and this room is 10 feet
Well, they
tall.
talk about there's two different sizes of hog. The smaller ones, it was just a single orc riding them.
8-foot ceiling.
But on the larger hogs, not only did the hog have a rider who was controlling them, they also had two more orcs strapped onto platforms on their sides, leaning off with machetes, just like beheading people as they were running past.
Yeah.
So these things are more like the size of chariots. So yeah, they're huge.
No, we're not. If the chariot was the size of this room.
Yeah. Chariot with horses. That's how big these are.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. We're Lincoln. We're Lincoln.
Okay, got it.
I am so sorry for that. So, anyway, and they just start demolishing the first few lines of infantry that they come across, at which point the marshal... Stop.
Sorry, I can't stop. Somebody.
So, at which point the marshal is like, okay, these box formations are not working, and immediately sends out a order to reform the lines. So, at this point, they have channels that are passing through their lines that they're hoping to drive the orc riders into, so that the orc riders will pass through their lines without damaging them, and they take all of their firearms and cannons and whatnot and turn them into these lines so they can shoot up at the hogs as they're charging past. Upon seeing this, the Stormcast immediately look down and realize, oh, they need a distraction. So they go over, and these hogs are damn near impervious to any kind of small arms fire that the humans have to offer. But they're not impervious to Stormcast weapons.
Have you seen, what is it, the Russian boar?
Oh, that fucking gigantic
huge,
one?
Yeah, those huge boars. Yeah,
that's pretty much how I'm imagining this.
I would say bigger, but
bigger,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, normal boars are fucking terrifying, dude.
They also take a lot to kill, in a sense. Well,
yeah, and we're not talking about like the feral hog they got out. No, we're talking like true wild boars from the Ursel Mountains.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ural.
Thank you. I knew Ursel wasn't right.
Wild boar are terrifying. They're fast.
Monstrous.
They're
almost the size of cows if I remember correctly.
They're violent. They're very heavily muscled. They're pretty fast.
Yeah.
Like, they're terrifying.
There's a reason why on old boar hunting spears they had those wings like a foot back from the blade of the spear, because the orc or not
the orc.
the boars
call it what it is. It's an orc.
These things damn near are. But the boars would charge at you, and you'd plant your spear, and if you didn't have those wings coming off, the boar would just keep coming down the spear and gore you. Those wings were placed there And these are like metal wings too. They were placed there specifically to prevent the boar from coming any further down the spear, because their mass would just keep coming right at you. And these spears, you weren't holding them. You would plant the butt into the ground and then lean it forward like you were trying to fend off a cavalry charge. That's basically what that is.
I mean, yeah, like even like the boars, the wild boars and wild hogs that we have in Texas, like they're much smaller, but they're no less dangerous.
Oh, absolutely.
Like they're hell of a creature, man. Hell of a creature.
There's a reason whenever we go hog hunting, like 2 of us have rifles and one dude has a 12 gauge with double-aught buck.
What does the shotgun guy do? Hopefully nothing. Worst case scenario, starts racking rounds and praying to Jesus.
Yeah. One of these days I'll have to tell you about the time my grandfather got charged by a water buffalo in Africa. But anyway, that's a different story. Moving on. So the Stormcast Eternals swoop down and they start throwing their javelins and spears and magic into these boars or into these hogs,
and they're just trying to piss them off more than anything.
Yeah,
right?
no, because they are not killing these things, but they are actually wounding them, and so the hogs go absolutely feral, and they start trying to specifically kill the Stormcast. The thing about these hogs, once they get into that feral state, it doesn't matter what the orcs tell them to do; they will not listen. And so
they're hard-headed in the best of days when they're actively being fucked with, like there's no chance.
No. So these hogs start chasing the Stormcast down through these channels, and most of these Stormcasts are the flying variant. I forget what they're called.
Prosecutors?
I believe that's right.
Is it prosecutors?
I believe that's right.
I totally play AOS. I know what these models are called.
I have not played a game of Age of Sigmar. Anybody actually listening to this and want to play a game of Age of Sigmar on Tabletop Simulator, just hit me up.
Stormcast, man. You're the resident authority on them.
Dude, I've been buried so deep into 30K. Like, I could tell you all the different kinds of 30K units, but no, it's been a minute. Anyway, so they successfully managed to direct the hogs through these. Would these be called like?
I'd say
kill
channels.
boxes?
I'd say channels would be a good, like, that's what they are. They're channels through
but
the army.
Anyway, so they successfully do that, and the entire time the humans are just unloading with all their firepower into these hogs and doing fuck all. But the Stormcast successfully lead them away, at which point Thorian is like, you know what? It's time to leave.
And to note, when they finally get the hogs out and they start leaving, they actually adjusted their route, because they go into the, what was it called, Mitchell? The Grimbark Forest. And they were trying to avoid going into the Grimbark Forest because, like, there's always been, you know, like, old wives' tales and whatnot about going into the Grimbark Forest is bad for your health. So Thorian was like, hey, let's fucking avoid that if we can, just because there's no reason, you know, on the off chance those aren't just old wives' tales. Let's just avoid it. But now you have a lot of angry pig and a lot of angry big pig. Like, the forest is suddenly looking much more attractive.
You are incorrect. You are, in fact, correct.
Yeah, the prosecutors. What?
Hey.
Prosecutors.
So, prosecutors lead them away, and they go into the Grimbark Forest. It is at this point in our tale that we need to introduce you to a character from Warhammer Fantasy by the name of Dryka.
Well, actually, before we talk about Dryka, we should probably explain why Dryka was so angry.
That's what I mean. We're doing a little background.
Okay.
And thank you for volunteering, Jacob.
Gargants suck. Moving on. No, so like in Akshi, the king of the Throgs, I forget his name, but the Thrug, yeah, the king of the Throgs.
Yep.
He was kind of the main antagonist, at least so far in our story, for the Akshi Crusade. In this one, we have Brog. Brom. Stand behind Brom. I don't know why that, like, League of Legends lore just crept up out of my mind.
Where?
No, you're too far. No, it's in there. It's in there. It's somewhere in there. His name, I know that for a fact.
Oh, there it is. Broad, Brodd. King Broad.
King Broad. Yeah, so he is a Mega Gargant. And what makes this Mega Gargant special is he's...
That's stupid.
No.
That's true, but...
He's stupid. He's not really fucking stupid like the rest of them.
He's the smartest stupid that
he's like he's like that I'm forgetting every fucking name. God damn it. 40k Ogrins. Jesus. He's the ogre that can count to 10 basically.
Yeah.
And he is the prophet of Bahamut.
Behemoth, whatever it is.
Behemoth.
I don't know. I know we had a short little series where we were going through all of the god beasts. I don't know if we went through all of them. I don't think we ever did. But Behemoth is essentially the god beast of the Gargants. Mm-hmm. He's called the World Titan, and he is the son of...
Yep. Oh, that's right. He's not technically a god beast.
No, he is. He's a god beast. He's just...
I thought his dad was the god
beast.
They
were both god beasts.
Oh, okay.
I'm almost fucking positive. I might be wrong, but
Ozzy will correct us if we're wrong.
I'm sure. But no, his father was called Yimgant. Yignat. Yigum.
Are we sure this man was ever... No, he was real because he was slain by Sigmar.
We did like... The funny thing about this is that we did like 30 minutes of research on this guy, and now we're completely blanking on his name.
It was like Yngnat, I think. I think it was Yimgant was how you pronounce his name. I'm probably wrong. Point being is he was like Behemoth, fucking gargantuan, like taller than mountains type big. His dad, even fucking bigger.
What's that animated Godzilla series where like Godzilla's so big he stands above the atmosphere?
Oh, well,
you know,
fucking Godzilla World or Planet Godzilla or something like that.
Yeah, it was.
I was thinking more like I Throw Universes for Fun from Gurren Lagann, but yeah, like big boy.
God,
like
I love that show.
Like the reason why he's dead is because Sigmar killed him, and when you think about how Sigmar killed him, you just have to think he's a god in plot armor. Like that's how big he was.
And this was this was during the Age of Myth.
Age of Myth, yes. And Behemoth. Or Bahamut. Is it? You told me. Is it Bahamut or Behemoth?
It's pronounced. It's spelt Behemoth.
Behemoth, but it's pronounced probably.
But it's probably Bahamut.
Bahamut. Cool. So Bahamut was knocked unconscious in the Age of Myth. We thought he was killed. He was not. He was knocked unconscious in the Age of Myth by Sigmar because he challenged him to a duel, and Sigmar was like, "I cast upon ye, dong.
I cast upon ye, Galmaraz, go to sleep."
Yeah, and he got knocked the fuck out, all through the Age of Myth. And through the Age of Chaos, all the way into the Age of Sigmar, when he woke up and was like, ill humies, and then got promptly fucking murdered.
By Stormcast.
And why that's important is King Broad, who is the prophet of Bahamut, saw all this happen.
Yeah, he was there for that fight.
He has a pretty big stick up his ass when it comes to dealing with Sigmar and all the little stunted humans that worship Sigmar. So he
especially has it out for the Stormcast.
And he's also smart, which I mean, comparative to other Gargants, he's smart.
Comparative to other Gargants, he's a genius,
which makes him all around that much more deadly. And he gets this. Yes.
It's going to be a warning to our listeners. You might hear a thud on my mic because I'm trying to adjust, and I got to put it down because it's falling.
Cool. So he gets this glorious little idea because he's also in Ghyron. He's like, you know what? Fort Gardas, which is named after Gardas Steel Soul, I think, who is the Lord Celestant of the Hallowed Knights.
I always want to say Steelheart for some reason.
I want to say Steelheart too, but it's Steel Soul, right?
Yeah.
If you hear us say Gardas Steelheart, just know we're fucking it up. He's like, yeah, there's a fort that's named after Gardas, and it's basically a city as well. I wish to make it not exist because I don't like humans.
Especially because they're the silver-faced people.
The Hollow Knights were there when Bahamut was killed. So he decides he's going to get all of his hooligans, all of his boys.
And that is a quote, by the way. They actually refer to the Gargants as hooligans.
All of his other Gargants and Mega Gargants, because King Broad is also a Mega Gargant. And they're going to go fuck up some humies.
Yep.
On their way to fuck up the humies.
I love how, as a Mega Gargant, we're referring to the humans using orc slang.
we could probably use orc slang for dwarves and call them stunties, because compared to Gargants, everyone's stunted.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Fair point.
But now, it will come to be unfortunate for them that on their way to fuck up the humies, the Gargants have to go through the Grimbark Forest. Oh no!
And just to be clear, this forest is massive. So like the Crusaders never actually know that he's traveling through this forest.
Yeah, no, not at all. So they start tearing through the forest, and like they're not trying to destroy it, but they're fucking massive. So just going through the forest means they're causing a lot of destruction.
It's like when Godzilla walks through that skyscraper in one of his movies, and it's like, well, he didn't necessarily mean to blow it up, but like
he blew the fuck up.
Yeah,
and they're tearing down trees that have been around for fucking ever and yada yada, and they're just generally pissing off the Sylvaneth, which are the tree people. What were the Wood Elves in fantasy? If you don't know. And then they kind of get to the heart of the forest and they trample through. I think they were called soul pods or something. I actually
Soul Pod Grove.
I actually don't know a whole lot about Sylvaneth personally.
So you can kind of, if you've seen the Avatar movie, the one with the blue people, not with the kid with the blue arrow.
Yeah, like the pods were like the memories of their ancestors live, right? And there's some weird form of rebirth.
So there's a mix. It's a mix between the soul tree in the first Avatar movie and the. Oh God, the
I never watched the
40K.
second one.
No, 40K.
Eldar, the Infinity Circuit.
Infinity Circuit. Thank you.
That's what it struck me was it was Eldar-esque.
God, I am so behind on my lore stuff when it comes to 40K.
So yeah,
Bro, this is not new lore.
no, this is not new lore.
No. As I mean, I haven't paid attention to lore for so long. I have forgotten many things.
Yes,
The Infinity Circuit is basically where the Eldar plant all the soul gems. So it's kind of like
they can bring the souls back later.
Okay.
like that's where all their ancestors and soul gems live.
And that's how they pilot their war machines. Is they just take a soul out of there and stick it in a war machine.
But it's called the Infinity Circuit. I'm sure Ozzy will correct us if we're wrong because he loves the Eldar.
It's the Infinity Circuit.
But yes, so the Gargants trample through that and destroy one of the soul pod groves, and that didn't go over well.
Oh,
Unfortunately, when you're dealing with a massive horde of Gargants and Mega Gargants, if you don't come at them in force, you might as well not come at them at all, because the Sylvaneth start waking up and start trying to fuck them up. But it's like, oh no, the Gargants are here. We're gonna fuck them up. Here's like 5 guys. Oh, look, they died. Here's like 10 guys. Oh, look, they died. Here's one big tree person. Oh, look, he got fucking dismembered. Here's like 20 guys. Oh no, they died.
To give you a mental image, this is like Shaq stepping on a pine cone.
Like they were coming at them in
That
rage.
is a good image.
They didn't come at them all at once, so they kind of got fucked up, and then they got through the forest, and the Sylvaneth were just kind of, their cycle, their home was completely fucking destroyed. So they were like, yes, time to scream our wrath at the sky, i.e. call for fucking reinforcements, and reinforcements they got with Phil.
Enter Draika.
And if you know about fantasy, I'm almost fucking positive it's the same Draika.
It is the same.
It
Dragon.
is a Draika? Yeah.
It is.
The angriest of trees.
Oh yeah.
Talking about Shaq, I'm gonna completely derail this. Remember the time we saw Shaq at the Cosmo?
Hey Mitchell,
Yeah,
this is an Age of Sigmar podcast.
Hey, the first time or the second time?
I was dating Kat at the time.
that was the first.
That was the first time.
Yeah,
I don't
yes.
think you were with the second time.
I wasn't there for the second time, but I saw that man and I was like, that man. Is
Oh my god, have I seen him there 3 times?
You might have.
I might have seen him there 3 times.
Anyway,
the man
moving
is
on.
massive.
Yeah, he's huge.
Big.
Yeah, because I remember you were. Anyway.
This
So-
is an Age of Sigmar podcast. I gotta say it. Yes.
So, Draika, she wakes up and she summons her host to her, and she's like, "Cool, I don't know where these guys are, but I'm gonna go hunting."
I don't know where I am. I don't know who I am. All that I know is I must kill.
Exactly. So, she wakes up and she's like, "Cool, I'm going to murder everything in this forest that is not Sylvaneth." So they start wandering, and they find things that aren't Sylvaneth. The issue is, it's not Mega Gargants, it's the Crusaders.
It may or may not have been the Dawnbringer crew. They're sitting there. What'd you say? Fuck 54.
So yeah, the Dawnbringer Crusaders are immediately ambushed by the Sylvaneth, and they're like, "Oh, we are so... Alan, we are so fucked."
Now, to be fair, it did get stopped pretty quickly because
Yeah.
it didn't go like full blown ambush, but
Yeah, so right as
definitely
the Sylvaneth
started.
So right as the Sylvaneth are about to crash into their lines,
God, what's his name? It was an emissary of Alariel.
yeah,
I know
I got it. Where's his name?
Song something Revenant.
His title is Warsong Revenant, but
We're just gonna
his
go with
name
that. I think it's something with a
is-
T, maybe.
There's too many T's in this
Tirafel.
story.
Tirafel.
There's too many T's in this story, I swear.
Point being is there's a wood elf that showed up,
There was a wood elf who showed up who was a direct representative of Alariel.
and then he had to pull the whole like, in front of the Velociraptor's hands out. Wait, hold on, wait. And, like,
Yeah, exactly.
And this emissary was like, hey, like, let's stop this. Alariel said that this Dawnbringer Crusade is not to be touched. These are not the ones who fucked your force up. You need to calm the fuck down. And then the humans are like, they killed some of us. We gotta fucking fuck them up. And then the elf is like, homie-san, my sweet baby child, your fort you're going to, it's on fire. And they're like, what the fuck did you just say? Fort on fire? You can go help or you can get murdered by angry trees.
Yep.
And they're like, I have decided unilaterally to not get murdered by trees.
So at this point, we're going to go ahead and do a flashback, quick little flashback, to Fort
Gardas.
Thank you.
Literally
God,
Fort
names
Gardas.
are hard.
It's named
We
after
should
the
not have
dude.
done all that drinking before we started. Anyway, so Fort Gardas for the past...
We don't make good decisions.
for the past week or two now, they've been receiving refugees and other forces that...
from the rampages of King Broad.
Yeah, that have been coming in back to the fort because the Mega Gargants have just been going on a spree. They have been destroying every settlement that they can find that worships Sigmar and annihilating it. So there's Gardas, who's actually at the fort. He's looking around and he's like, okay, something's going on. This is not good. They start hearing about Gargants and they're like, okay, this is really not good. At which point a group of Caradhran overlords show up without their boat, and Gardas is like, oh, this is really not good. The dwarves show up, and the dwarves are like, hey, we would like to help you, please.
Hey, by the way, shit's fucked.
Yeah, at which point Gardas is like, I would love your help. And then rocks start falling from the skies, and they're like, oh, the Gargants are here. Great.
And what is funny real quick is how, so the reason why the Cardons were here is they were fighting as mercenaries for one of the smaller towns that had gotten raffled by King Broad. How they lost their ship, while tragic, is also kind of funny. To everyone who's played Space Marine 2, do you remember when the Dreadnought yoked that fucking statue at the Helldrake?
Yeah.
That's basically what happened. King Broad picked up like the steel spike on top of a chapel and just fucking javelined their ship with it.
Yep.
Quick question, because I forget.
Si, senor.
Are the rocks actually hitting the fort at the moment? Because I remember I remember reading that the fort was protected by a shield of faith.
Kinda. They're
Yeah.
kind of hitting. Basically, what they said is that we'll explain what the shield is in a quick second. But to answer your question, Mitchell, it can't stop all of them, but it stops most of them. But a couple are slipping through.
Okay.
At least for now.
Yeah. So
For
now
now.
we get to British Fury. I mean Brutish Fury.
I mean Brutish Fury, motherfucker.
So there's a chapter in the book called Brutish Fury. Both Mitchell and Jacob, upon reading it for the first time, were like, that says British
No,
Fury.
I was good until Mitchell fucking sabotaged me. He was like, there's going to be a point where it says Brutish Fury, but I thought it said British Fury. And my brain was like, British Fury, British Fury, British Fury. And I turned the page, and I just saw Brit. My brain was like, British Fury! Fuck!
But yeah. So at this point, the fort is completely under siege. The crusade is making its way to the fort, but they haven't arrived yet. And Gardas is sitting there basically praying to Sigmar that the wards around this fort hold.
Hey, God, me again.
Yeah.
Bet you're wondering how I got here.
So, Gardas has taken in all the refugees. He's manning the walls with the garrison there, who's made up of both mortals and Stormcast. And they're trying to hold the walls, but really what's doing most of the heavy lifting here is that inside of the cathedral to Sigmar, they have a reliquary that is just chocked full of holy relics. And using these
Bones of martyrs and shit and all kinds
Exactly.
of crazy
Even
stuff.
from like the Age of Myth, which is really weird to think about it when it comes to the religion of Sigmar, because you're talking about Stormcast Eternals when it comes to keeping all of this okay, but you're using things from the Age of Myth when the religion really wasn't.
Could you imagine being a Stormcast Eternal, walk into a reliquary and realizing one of the relics is your bones?
Oh my god.
Would that not be the wildest thing? Like, this is the bones of a saint martyr who died defending this village. You're like, oh wow, that's a weird nick in the... Oh my god.
That would actually be... Okay.
Oh my god. Actually, no, I actually like that. I'm
This
not
is
going to
a
lie.
detail.
Because, well, think about it this way. At the moment of death, when a soul is chosen to become a Stormcast, like, Sigmar himself reaches down and plucks their soul out of their body.
Not their body, just their soul.
Or plucks their soul, but, like, do you think the act of him doing that sanctifies the bones?
I mean, you're being touched by AOS Jesus.
Look,
No, you're being touched
you
by
can
AOS
look
God.
at you can look at a lot of religious artifacts of the real world, and I think that your statement has way more weight behind it than what a lot of the current religious artifacts have. Especially, one where there's a spearhead around here that totally stabbed Jesus, but it's nowhere near Jerusalem. Yeah, and then they just throw down a spearhead and just pick it up, and now it's a holy relic for the rest of the time because they had to have some sort of morale boost.
Do we need to put a warning on this episode about religious context? Like, is that...
Anyway, moving on. So we're just gonna brush over that and move on.
This is more of a historical point of view.
Okay, for a second I was like, was that blasphemy? I was like, was that heresy?
I think technically that was blasphemy, but we're just gonna go ahead and move on.
It's historically written that they threw down a spear on purpose as a morale boost when they were digging.
Okay, got it.
Yes,
Okay,
it's that I am truly speaking about the history of things.
Okay. Cool,
Point being, to answer your question, Phil, is I think a lot of
there's a strong possibility.
a lot of saints and whatnot, I think, are declared posthumously.
Posthumously?
After death. Jesus,
Yeah.
I can't speak right now. So, if you martyred yourself by saving an entire village because you somehow fought off 100 corn berserkers single-handedly for the exact 120 seconds that everyone needed to get the fuck out of town, and then died, and then as you died, God himself was like, oh, if your remains were recovered, I think there's a pretty strong possibility that shit would be a holy relic.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So yeah,
That's my headcanon now.
that'd be a really cool short story though about a Stormcast who stumbled into a reliquary and found his bones and got his memories back from it.
Yeah.
That'd be wild.
Or just recognize. Yeah, that
Looks directly at the Discord.
Dude, I remember we had that short story competition. God, that was so cool to read.
That was really fun.
We should do that again sometime.
fucking
There
fun.
was a recent one, and there was only one actually submitted. So first, hey people, don't be afraid to join. Do the contest.
I feel like it's weird for us to say that because we haven't fucking been
Second, we should probably go read that story.
Oof.
You
Anyway,
know,
moving
We
on.
hear our Stormcast Eternals are horrible hypocrites.
Dude, last year was wild. But anyway, moving on. So,
We were being purified on the anvils of apotheosis.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Are you okay, bud?
I keep burping.
That was back to back to
Do
back.
you need
Another one.
antacid?
Probably.
There
But
is
anyway,
a
moving on.
possibility that yes, he does.
Anyway, so someone else read this. I can't read right now.
Well, so basically what happened is the Gargants are here. It's a major fucking problem. The city, for at least for a little bit, was secure because there's basically a shield of faith that's protecting the city because the reliquary is chock full of a bunch of fucking religious shit that's literally casting a fucking force field around the city.
Yep.
And they're throwing rocks and boulders and shit, and it's a problem, but it's mitigated for now. And so there's some rocks getting through because of just the unholy barrage that's coming forward, but it's being stopped. It's fine. Things are good. It's okay. Nothing bad is happening until
Something bad happens.
something bad happens. So remember those hog riders that conveniently just disappeared and then we didn't see again?
they're back.
It's time to see them again because they got thoroughly fucking lost after chasing the flying Stormcast Eternals they couldn't catch because they can't fly. And they're like, fuck, where are we? Hey, those are cool trees. And they just ran their little happy asses into the fucking, Grimbark Forest. And just because, Warhammer Jesus exists and he sustains himself off the suffering of humans, those orcs just so happen to find the other half of their fucking war host. And the other half of their war host just so happened to have found the fucking Gargants.
Yep.
And there was a brief moment of oh man, are these Gargants about to crump some orcs? Nope. Are the orcs about to go with the Gargants and crump some humies? Yes. So, Fort Gardas, Gargants, throw rocks, bad time. But not super bad time.
So at
Time
this
for
point,
super bad time.
Yeah, so at this point, King Broad gets absolutely pissed, like any proper British hooligan. I'm sorry, Games Workshop made the comparison themselves. I don't know what to tell you.
Is that a racist statement or a funny one?
It's funny, mostly because soccer hooligans.
Okay.
Which is what the orcs are based off of. So, King Broad basically starts throwing a temper tantrum, and he starts slamming his feet into the ground. At which point, all the other Mega Gargants also start slamming their feet into the ground, and King Broad starts channeling some kind of like destruction magic,
Primal magic of some sort.
And basically what occurs is the rumbling from Attack on Titan, and just all the force of all these Mega Gargants slamming into the ground shatters the shield.
Did it? Okay, so I actually need to watch that. But didn't like 85% of humanity die during the rumbling?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the big point there is that it's a whole bunch of really big dudes that are suddenly like showing up at your walls and trying to kick them down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just imagine like tire kickers at car dealerships, and they're kicking the walls like
All of a sudden the shop explodes. Like dunk dunk. Yeah, it looks pretty. What? No.
I don't think I'm gonna be buying that one.
Anyway, so and they break the barrier, at which point the barrier breaks, and at that exact same moment the orcs wog, and they generate a crap ton of wog energy, channel it all directly into the Mega Hog.
Do you remember the big pig?
Yeah.
Or the big pigs?
Yeah, so the war boss that was leading, or Tusk boss, I think is what.
Tusk Splitter, I think.
Well, his
What's his
title
name?
is Tusk Boss.
Yeah,
'cause he's a
Tusk
hog
Boss,
rider.
something Tusk Splitter, I think.
Yeah, it's an orc name.
I
It's
had a
stupid.
moment reading that where it was like Tusk Splitter,
Anvil Split.
Anvil Splitter, Hogzilla or something like that. It was like my brain like short circuited. I was like, the big green fucker right there. He did the thing with the big pig.
So the leader of the hog riders, he takes all the wog energy into himself and then transfers it into his mount, and they charge straight at the main gates like a battering ram and just slam right through it.
And did the gates A hold or did they B fucking explode? Philip?
Alex, I'll take B for 200
Yes.
dead civilians. Anyway, so the orcs break down the gates, the Mega Gargants get in, and they just start rolling all over this city, both literally and figuratively.
At this point, there's nothing protecting from the rocks getting thrown in. The Gargants are coming in. All the orcs, all the other greenskins are coming in. The orcs coming with Big Pig, and it's bad.
And right as
Then suddenly, they realized they needed to look to the east on the first light of the fifth day.
yeah, and then suddenly the trees were angry. So at this point, the Crusade Force arrives, reinforced by Drika's war host as well.
It's actually pretty cool how like they find out that the Crusade's here. Is like Gardas is sitting there fighting. He's like, well, I guess I'm gonna die again. And then he's fighting this fucking I don't know if it was a Gargant or a Mega Gargant, but it was a Mega Gargant, and he's fighting him, and he's like, guess I'll die. And then his fucking head explodes, and he's like, what in the fuck? And then fucking Thorson flies in, and Thorson's like, hey. And Goddess is like...
Oh,
Tornus, yeah. He flies in, he's just like, hey. And Goddess is like, thank you. And that's like how he knew that everyone else was there, is because
and so
Thorson started blowing people up.
The very angry tree people just swarm into the city, and the orcs are like, oh yeah, we could totally take the angry trees. They could not take the angry trees, and the angry trees start butchering them like cattle,
Committing war crimes.
Oh yeah.
I think there's
At
one,
which point,
I think there's an excerpt from the book where it's like Drika pinned down a Gargant and then just like shoved a horde of flies down his face, and he
and
fucking exploded.
Yeah, and Drika, it's not a
fact.
Gargant, it's a Mega Gargant.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Drika looks at this Mega Gargant and is like, you're too high for me to punch in the face, so I'm gonna have my venomous flies fly into your mouth. Sorry, fly into your mouth like the reverse from that scene from The Mummy, and just start eating you alive from the inside.
That
and he
still only counts as
explodes.
one.
And then the Crusader force comes in afterwards. They're mopping up, but ultimately the city is lost because this is an entire war host of orcs and Gargants
Well,
and Mega Gargants.
So the big problem
Technically not a
was
city. It's a fort.
they said the fort was basically a city, but yes, technically it was a fort.
So it's Fort Cavazos.
But the problem was, I forget if it was Commander Torsen or
Tornus.
No, the commander of the fucking.
Oh, Thorson?
No, it's not Thorson. It's I got these fucking names.
Therian?
There's too many T's.
It really is.
Thorin.
Thorian.
Oakenshield. So I don't know if it was Thorson, Thorian, or Gardas, but one of them realizes what the actual objective of the Gargants is. You remember
King Broad.
King Broad. If you remember all those refugees that were running, King Broad let them run away because he wanted them to all get into the fucking reliquary inside of the fort and murder all of them.
And he also wants to destroy Sigmar's cathedral.
So I think it was Gardas who's like, oh shit. So they come with a plan. Basically, he's like, listen, Crusade Force, the city's basically lost. We have to evacuate the civilians because that's their goal. They want to slaughter all the innocents and because they're fucking angy assholes.
Yep.
So the Crusade forces, they start funneling the civilians out of the fort and they start fucking leaving. And Gardas and the rest of his storm hosts, they go up to the reliquary and the dwarves. And the dwarves there, because the dwarves are like, Gardas is in fact a homie G, and we are making an oath to fight with you to the last because, real respect, real. So they go up to the fucking reliquary, and Broad's coming up there I'm about to fucking, killing children and doing other heinous acts against humanity, and that's what he's going to do. And then all of a sudden he gets to reliquary, and Gardas and the rest of his storm hosts and the dwarves and a bunch of other people who can shoot gun are like, surprise, bitch, and they start shooting him in the face. And he's like, oh fuck, and he leans back, and then right when he kind of leans back, Gardas has a certified Valhalla moment. And just jumps directly into his face and just fucking dong hits him with the Taco Bell soundbite. And Broad falls. We don't know if he died or if he passed. I don't think he died, but he
doesn't. Because King Broad is actually a playable character in Age of Sigmar.
So he doesn't die, but he definitely has one hell of a headache.
He got his fucking bell rung, and then as he's dying, he has Gardas in his hands, and he crushes him, and then Gardas, you see.
Yeah, so Gardas actually dies and goes to be reforged.
Gardas is becoming the red shirt of Age of Sigmar because
which is really unfortunate.
He just constantly dies.
Well, he's a saint, isn't he? Wasn't he technically declared a saint by the church?
He
is probably the most loved Stormcast Eternal of the church. You
die a lot for the church, that tends to happen.
Yeah, the Hallowed Knights are kind of the salamanders of AOS.
No, they're
the Lamenters.
Not the Lamenters.
Wolf Boys? Space Wolves?
Nicer Black Templars.
I was like, Raven Guard, Ultramarines, White Scars.
Because they're highly religious. That's the entire thing about the Hollow Knights.
I mean, that's everybody in AOS, though.
Oh, no.
Not necessarily.
They are hyper religious.
Oh, like if they're not actively doing something in warfare, they're praying kind of religious?
Pretty much.
It's like,
gotcha.
yes, what do you do for your 30 minutes of recreational activity you get every week? Flagellate myself in the name of our God Emperor. Or of our God King. Oh, gotcha.
Okay, cool. Got it.
They are, yeah.
Very religious. Okay, cool. Moving on. So, so ultimately Gardas and I think the dwarves as well are wiped out in their final stand against the Mega Gargants and the orcs and the other Gargants. But ultimately, the Crusade force and the refugees do manage to escape.
And I think the Sylvaneth also got out.
Yeah, the Sylvaneth pull out.
Do you remember the battle cry of the Hollow Knights? It's literally only the faithful.
Oh, I actually did not remember that.
Yep.
I need to reread my lore.
You know what? That's going to be good because after this series, we're going through the entirety of the first 19,
18, because the 19 when we got the good mics.
Maybe, because we're going to be redoing all those episodes.
Well, we already did episode 1, so 18.
Okay, that's episode intro. That's episode 0, technically.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, so technically King Broad succeeded by destroying the fort, but he didn't get the refugees. They managed to get them out. The Crusade force still lives. What is really unfortunate is both in Aukshi and in Giron, it's like, we're going to go set up this new city to, extend the reach of the God King Sigmar. And in in both crusades, they both lose important settlements on their way to set up the city. So at this point, they're like they're going to get a net zero. They're not getting a positive from this.
Yeah,
unless the city they're setting up is like fucking massive, but still.
It really is unfortunate. And the thing that also makes this unfortunate is, you know what major event happens after this? The Scaventide.
Is it the fucking Vermintide?
Yeah. Or the Vermintide.
Yay. Fuck.
Yeah.
I gotta buy the 3rd book of this series so we can actually start reading it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that more or less.
On the plus side, it'll be cheap because it's no longer in edition.
That wraps up.
That's what you think.
Yeah.
They
I
never
know. I'm
are.
being optimistic.
Shut the fuck up. This is an age right?
Good. So that more. That more or less wraps up Book 2. It's the beginnings of the Akshi and Giron Crusade, and the trials and tribulations they face on their way. And that's about it. And we'll be getting into the 3rd book, I believe, in next episode.
Sometime soon.
Hell yeah. I think that's about it. Any more jokes, funnies, or quips before
The model
we sign
for the
off?
Tusk boss is dope.
That's a big pig.
That is a very big pig.
That's a big pig.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Big pig.
Also, Thrug looks really good, too.
Yeah. All right. I think that is about it. We talked about we're making changes to Patreon, all that good stuff. And yeah, so I don't think we have any more news. I think we're good.
Philip, any last words?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. I got one. Jackalope.